guys? SpiceWolf7 and Broheen here with you today. What's up, Broheen?
What's up, man?
Hey, so kind of funny story. We decided to hang out today because we live in an area that we
live 45 minutes away from each other, so
yeah.
Spice Wolf's over here at my place, and we're just chilling, playing some games, getting our alt rift characters up to level 60. So that's what we've been doing all day for the most part, that big grind.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. Today we're going to be basically talking to you about a lot of things that are going to be coming up, some things that happened today, some little funny stuff, and some stuff that we're pretty excited about. First thing I want to talk about is actually not game related, oddly enough. It's about the band Breaking Benjamin. Now,
yes, my favorite.
Yeah, one of our most favorite bands that we grew up with.
No, it is my favorite band.
Let it be known. Anyways, so I was on Facebook maybe about 30 some odd minutes ago, and I noticed that Breaking Benjamin on their Facebook put up this new video. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll see what's up. So I play it, and I'll link it to the page or to the to this video, but it was kind of like a coming soon sort of video, and it had Ben Burnley and a whole bunch of new guys that make up the new band, and they were put in some really cool sound. It sounded like it's going to be a pretty epic new album, especially from their major hiatus because of what happened a couple years ago with the
yeah, it was the lead singer Ben Burnley had something go on with a pre-existing ailment. He has a neurological problem from basically drinking too much, so he had to take a hiatus. And long story short, the bandmates disagreed over the release of a song, and two of them got fired, one left, and Ben won the rights to the name. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. But I'm excited to, have them come back. Even with new members, it might be different than what it was before, but I don't know if you guys know this, but both of us are actual musicians. We wrote the intro music for our channel for the song that's in our intro video, so
yeah, so pretty good
it's
stuff.
Really exciting. So we just wanted to make that announcement just to get the word out that Breaking Benjamin is coming back together, given that they are one of our favorite bands.
Yeah, we grew up on these guys. Fun fact, actually, not many people know this, but the last album where it was the cover art where it was Brain, that was actually a slide cuts of Ben's actual brain because of his disease, and we all thought that was kind of cool. Moving on, we're gonna start talking about now this thing that happened to us when we were getting food today. We came up behind this car, and it was a Chevy HHR on wheels, and it looked. I looked to Broheen and I was like, Broheen. He's like, what's that? And I was like, dude, it looks like a 1960s fridge on wheels because it had this weird side baby blue. Like think Woody, think like old school Woody cars, but paint it like 1960s retro awful blue, and then that's basically what we saw, and it just looked like a fridge on wheels. So we just thought that it would be pretty funny to put in there.
Tidbit for you guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, now on to the actual games. What would you like to cover first?
Let's go ahead and go with Destiny. Now, I know we've definitely covered a lot of Destiny stuff already, and some of you may feel like we're hitting a dead horse, but we never really got to express our actual feelings on the whole. I mean, taking in the alpha, the cough beta, if you will. We didn't really give our entire thoughts about this particular game when it comes out, what it's going to be like. For me, on the whole, I'm totally invested in this game. I am totally ready for this 10-year franchise to take off and take me into another realm where Halo was supposed to go, but Microsoft decided, no, we want more money. And
and I don't want to cut you off, but you just touched on something. You said it's a 10-year project.
Yes.
So 10 years, explain that to everybody.
Okay, well, I watched a video of a Bungie official. Now, this is official news. This isn't something I just pulled out of my ass. A Bungie official came out and said something about that this is going to be a 10-year franchise, which means, think of it in terms of Halo. Halo came out with, God, how many games are we on now?
We're on like too
8?
many. Even though they were all good, but it was too many.
Right. Well, the thing is, this is going to be the same thing. Hopefully, it's going to be, not another Halo where it's going to be like, oh, if you do this, you can, have this kind of gear or something like that. It's going to be definitely more of a like, hey, we're going to be making this game into a 10-year thing. Enjoy it, love it, share it with everybody sort of thing. But yeah, so that's basically what the 10-year thing is. But on the whole, I was actually like, barring all of the things that happened in the beta and alpha, because I acknowledge the fact that yes, it is a beta, it is an alpha, things are supposed to go wrong. That said, the PvP interaction that me and Broheen had wasn't exactly up to par of what we were thinking it was going to be. Granted, was it fun? Yes, but it wasn't exactly fun where I would shoot someone and the hit marker just either wasn't there or wasn't acknowledged by the computing software. Something about that just didn't really go that well, especially the fact that Broheen had a shit load of lag, and that is not an understatement.
That was my biggest issue with it, was some of the bugs made it unplayable for me. Especially in the PvP matter, but again, like he said, it wasn't alpha and it isn't beta. We're gonna run into bugs like that, and shit happens. So, people get into the game, nobody has any fucking idea what they're supposed to do. So you kind of just grab it, try to find the bugs, report the bugs. That way we don't have them. It's the point of the beta and alpha testing. I just wish the alpha and the beta would have been a little different from each other. Yeah, but really they weren't.
There was only a couple, like 3 or 4 different things, and they felt like kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I really wanted to have a new strike, which I guess you can call a strike a raid, a 3-man raid. I'm also not too excited about the fact that fire teams are only made up of 3 people, which would
3 is kind of a really odd number that I didn't really care for, but it makes sense according to the game.
Right, but it's an odd low number.
Yeah,
and I was kind of hoping like only 3 people, which means a lot of our friends that also play online with us on these types of games are going to be left out, and that's something that we're not too comfortable with.
I mean, honestly, you would think like 4 would be a good number, but if you're gonna pick an odd number, do 5.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, it makes sense for what's in the game. There's 3 different classes. Your fire team is 3. It all revolves around the number 3. So I understand completely. Who knows? Maybe they'll change it in the future.
Yeah.
We just don't know. So the release is what, September 9th?
September 9th.
So September 9th. I've already got it pre-ordered. I believe Spiced has it pre-ordered as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting the Ghost Edition. I'm excited. I'm fully invested in this game.
Yeah, so am I. So it better bring everything that they're claiming to the table, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be sad, but overall, from what I saw, it's still an awesome game.
Very impressive.
It looks like it's going to be fun no matter which way you look at it.
Yeah. We apologize. There are incoming children into the apartment complex, so if you hear any kids, just keep listening to us and stay focused.
Just yell "shut up" really loud at your TV.
Yes. They won't hear you, but it'll make us feel better. Anyway, we're going to move on to our Rift section. Broheen, why don't you take that one out?
So, Rift... We've been playing a lot today just to get our, one of my alts and actually Spice Wolf's main to...
My first actual 60 ever in an MMO.
Yep.
Ever.
So getting him to endgame to start all that stuff. But I myself am preparing for 3.0. Now, 3.0 is going to have a lot of stuff. Most of the stuff I'm about to say actually came from Seaton's channel. If you guys are familiar with Seaton, the Man of Legends on YouTube. That guy puts out some amazing videos. He's got some amazing specs. He's a good guy in the forums, but he recently just got a Tryon visit. They flew him out from wherever he is. I think he said he was from London or something goofy like that.
Across the pond.
Yeah, so across the big bad pond. But he got flown out, all expenses paid to Tryon, and from what I could tell, had a really good time. So I'm about 45 minutes into his video. There's an hour and a half video on his channel. Not that I want to promote it, but I want to promote us too. But his channel's got all the information on there. I suggest go check it out. A couple of things that they'll talk about on there. They have Techie Will and Noobzilla on there. So they're basically talking about the stuff that they talked over with Dagler in over dinner the one night, and they talked about level cap being raised to 65. So
exciting.
Everybody's kind of preparing for that. The ability to actually mentor up. Mentoring up might make or break it. I think it's still a big work in the process, but I can understand that mentoring up, the new people that join the game, they can mentor up and run with the higher levels in raids and such. Or check out the high-end zones and see if the game's going to be for them. But my opinion in doing so, it's kind of like Tryon saying, here, have a sneak peek of what's to come, and if you don't like it, well, don't give a fuck about my game. So that's The only problem I have with it is it's either gonna promote it or it's gonna really demote it. So there's not gonna be any middle gray area about it, and it is what it is. If they choose to go that route, fine. I won't have to worry about it. But the new people that come in, just they might not get many new people if a lot of people don't like it. So
it's just subscriber drop.
Yeah.
In other words, I don't know if you actually covered this, but did you tell anybody on our channel about what the big mistake you made?
Big mistake I made.
Big mistake, as in your boots. Breaking your boots.
Oh yeah, I accidentally broke a set of T2 boots last night from Breaker X1 in IG. Yeah. Derp. So yeah, that's a big dirt moment. So I got to take it in, and hopefully they'll give it back. If they don't, I'm gonna be pissed, because how can you give some people back their boots or their stuff, whatever they accidentally broke, and not give others back? I mean, does it depend on whether the developer woke up on the right or wrong side of the bed, or had his coffee in the morning, or if the GM's in a good mood that day or not, you're gonna get your shit back, or you might not.
Programmer did not have math today.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to. I just definitely want to touch base on that. I have heard some horror stories from Brandon about them either making a ticket, getting their stuff back, and then sometimes not, or taking an absurdly long amount of time. Was there anything else, Rift, you wanted to cover?
The only other thing that I heard so far about it was that, to quote-unquote Seaton's channel again with the 3.0, the biggest thing that impacted me in watching his video there was the fact that they're going to be not supersizing all the new zones this time. They're going to be focusing more on what's in the zones and loading the zones more with more stuff to do, rather than making them so large. There's the zones that we got with Storm Legion are just too damn big. There's not really a lot to fill it, and and that brings me to my next thing. We were talking about instant adventures too.
Oh god,
instant adventures they're going to be putting in Hammernell Fortress. I don't know if you know what Hammernell Fortress is.
I don't.
I've rated it a couple times, but it's basically like there's like 9 or 10 raid bosses in one raid. It's a huge raid.
That's a pants-changing moment.
Yeah, no shit. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
So, but that's really all I have on
Rift
3.0 for Rift, and as long as we're on that subject, we're gonna talk about what's upcoming in the channel soon here. But as long as we're on the topic of Rift, there will be. I'm gonna make an official announcement after maybe like 100 or 150 more subscribers that we get. We're at 202 right now.
We just breached our 200 mark, so thank you guys again for subscribing. We really do appreciate it.
Yep. Since we're at the 200 mark, we want to go up until at 500 subscribers. I decided that that's going to be the first milestone where I do a giveaway for Rift. It's going to be 1,000 plat. And it's going to be 1 Rex. So there's going to be 2 winners. The first winner that's rolled on a random roll will get to choose either the Rex or the Plat. If you're lucky, by that time, I don't know what Rex prices are going to be, but the Rex is worth more than the Plat is right now on my server. But if you're lucky, by the time we do the giveaway, the 1K Plat might be able to buy you a Rex if you're that kind of person. If you don't really want the money and you're the second person and the first person chose the Rex, for example, you can still buy a Rex. So, or at least you can put the 1,000 plat towards buying a Rex.
Good stuff.
So, other than that, next on the list.
Hey, we actually do have a list. This is not a joke. We don't mess around here at right. Gamers Emporium HQ.
Preparation is everything.
Yes.
Yeah, HQ.
HQ.
Good. Take us away with Shadow Realms. It's from the makers of Dragon Age, BioWare.
Yes, BioWare. So now, I actually watched a video on this, and I'm going to put the link in the description for the gameplay because... holy crap, it looked amazing. Now, Shadow Realms...
did, considering it's only an alpha right now.
Yeah. Oh, remind me about the alpha when I'm done talking about this. Okay, now Shadow Realms. Shadow Realms is a modern take on a action RPG. So think Devil May Cry with 5 people, where the 5th person can be a random rolled person, a real person playing as the evil... I think it's called a Shadow Lord, where they set up traps and they set up monsters, and they can take control of monsters. They can look like you and then just start wailing on you and stuff like that. It extremely, extremely fast paced. I'm talking like you only see fast classes, like I want to say assassins are usually really fast, or something in the rogue departments are really fast. Now they're already fast. Now when I saw what looked like warrior or slash tank or something like heavy hitters, they were swinging axes and swords like wicked fast, and I was very impressed by that because it, in my opinion, like
I saw that those are some huge axes too.
Yes, they were some burly people, and the cool thing is it's not like Lord of the Rings style where it's like fantasy, like old school like that. It's a modern take. So I saw this guy whipping spells as a wizard with a suit and tie. He looked like a Men in Black without his leather jacket. I was pretty. It was,
I missed that when
no,
I watched.
it was really awesome. It's from BioWare, and if you don't know who BioWare is, they are the makers of both the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars The Old Republic, the famous MMO. They're also the makers of Mass Effect series, which me and Brandon loved that series. Far be it from the last part of the third game, but we're not going to get into that because that's opening up old wounds and pouring salt. But Shadow Realms looks absolutely amazing, and I will be putting a link in for the gameplay video that they released from whatever convention they were at this time. There is an alpha sign up, and I have already signed up as well, so if I get the alpha, hopefully I'll be able to do some video footage on that, so I'm definitely very excited for that. Alright, I think that's it for the Shadow Realms thing. What's next?
Well, the only other thing we have next really is ArcAge and the new WoW expansion. So World of Warcraft came out with a new expansion, and ArcAge is now in its beta. It's beta testing now. Both of them, neither of them, I really don't know too much about, but I figure I just want to leave in here that you guys can go check out the channel 91 Extreme RT. He's a good buddy of mine, and he also lives in Wisconsin here with us, actually not too far away from me. And I just want to give a shout out to his channel. It's still going strong, and he's covering both games actually on there. So if you guys want to know more about ArcAge or the new World of Warcraft expansion, go check out that channel. You can also find information on ArcAge, and I'm sure the WoW expansion soon on Seaton's channel. I don't know if he's going to cover WoW or not, but ArcAge is definitely there. So I'm going to be doing some research on ArcAge soon, and that's another game that I may want to get into in the future, given the fact that it's Tryon, and I do like what Tryon's doing. So,
except for that thing we won't talk about called Defiance, we will not be talking about.
And they said that at that where they flew out people for Tryon, there was a Trove, a bunch of people from Trove. There was a couple from Defiance, a couple from Rift, a couple from. There's one more that they're...
That one other thing we're not talking about.
Yeah, it slips my mind right now, but anyways, not a big deal. But Defiance actually, the Defiance people there I heard were actually pretty cool, so...
The idea for the Defiance game was awesome, but it was executed in a poor fashion, in my opinion. And I picked up the game nearly brand new, and I was just not as impressed as I really thought it was going to be. Was it an MMO? Yes. Was it pretty fun at times? Yes. But it didn't really live up to what I really thought it was going to be as a sci-fi third-person shooter MMO RPG.
But the TV show fucking kicks ass.
Yes, do not mistake the game for the show. I haven't seen too much, but Broheen raves about it. So if you get a chance, I would definitely check that stuff out.
So last but not least, anything upcoming, I mean, obviously September 9th is when Destiny comes out, so you're probably going to get probably a month straight of Destiny videos out of us. So I'll try to keep up on Rift as best as I can, because who knows, the 3.0 might hit by then. They just said sometime before December. So
somewhere in there.
Yeah, you might have we might have quite a lot of Destiny videos come out. So like I said, we're going to do that. We're going to try to keep up as much with Rift, and then Spice Wolf here has something to tell you about a game that he's going to be covering with a guest that we're going to bring into the channel temporarily.
Okay. Now, this is an older game. It is Dead Space 3. Now, before you're like, oh no, Dead Space 3.
Dead Space 3 was awesome.
Yes, Dead Space 3 was extremely fun. Unfortunately, if you're playing on Origin, if you have been, you know the struggle bus that you've been riding like I have. Some of their features weren't working so great. But me and a friend who is DM is going to be, his name is DM, is going to be doing some videos and stuff with me. We're going to be playing some Dead Space 3, going through the entire storyline, and we're going to do it the entire game. That's going to be coming within the week, I believe, and I think that's pretty much it for the video today. What do you think?
I think that's it.
Okay, well, I guess if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe to us. Like, comment, tell us what you think about the videos and your thoughts on the upcoming Rift, Destiny, Shadow Realms, whatever you want to talk about. Let us know. Closing statements, Broheen?
Closing statements.
Oh, you're clever. Oh, look at you, Mr. Clever Boy.
That's it, I guess. for the awkward moment at the end.
Awkward moment at the end.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening to us ramble.
Have a great night, guys.